We are back. If this doesn't work, I will be furious. I think we should be fine. Oh my god. What a fucking, like, mess. Jeez. Wi-Fi issues. Scheduling issues. Wi-Fi issues from some other people in the league at the same time. So, like, wow. Not a fun way to start the stream. Really am sorry for this, the whole mess. But we are rejoining the Surge versus Paris game in the third quarter. I'm hoping now that it'll just be a little bit more relaxed. I'm going to turn off my Wi-Fi on my phone. So if people are messaging me on my phone, I can't see it. I'm turning everything off. Everything Wi-Fi related is off. Now we don't need anything here taking up Wi-Fi because it clearly shows that my Wi-Fi isn't very good. So we are just trying everything. Now everything's popping up on my computer as well, which is just not fun. We want to go airplane mode, not airplane mode. We want to have do not disturb on. Just nullify anything that could be taking up space. Oh, Kai Hunter stopped behind the line again. So we are first and goal situation for the Surge. I've been keeping track of the game while trying to sort this fucking Wi-Fi out. And the Surge offense has not been very good. It's still laggy? Man, it must just be a UK thing. I know it's like, I have no idea. It's not even stormy. No idea what's going on with that then. This is strange. I've lowered the quality of the camera. I've done a lot of different things. We'll try lowering it again. Last time I did this, it stalled it, but we'll just keep lowering the quality of the camera until it somehow works. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take it all the way down. That's a bit too low, I think. Go medium if you try and do a preset. Wow, that is awful. I don't think we want it like that either. That looks kind of horrendous. That, for some reason, is green. That also looks awful. That looks a little bit better. This is as low as we can go without it being fucking rectangular and all green. I don't know why, so... It just seems like OBS 7 issues. Maybe it's the Wi-Fi. It wouldn't be connected to the camera. But here's Geyer with a not quite good score, but very, very close. It seems as if it's just an OBS issue. I don't know how to stop OBS from doing that, but shit, I don't think we'll be able to find out. Because I don't have much in. I've literally got the background browser, my audio output, the overlay, which is somewhere. No idea why. What a mess. I'm upset. I think this is notable. I'm going to remove... I don't even know what I can do. Still fourth down. They're about half a yard out. I think we're going to see another Riley Hennessy sneak here. I didn't even manage to put anything up on Instagram saying I was back on. Let me try and see if we can get a link out. Again, I think he got that. I don't think he got that. Surge offense is kind of rusty. It's probably the word I'd use to describe this so far. They haven't scored yet at all. Timeout for television. They're also probably going to take a look at the placement, but it looks to me like he got stopped. Just explaining why we have restarted. And of course, when you try and type something fast, naturally you make 16 different spelling mistakes. Because of course. Really not the way we wanted this stream to go, but here we are. Not fun at all. But alas, Paris are on their own half-yard line here. They're going to really have to be careful. I think you just sneak this just for half a yard. It is raining heavily. You can see the rain there in the background. Heavily raining. That's going to affect a lot of pass game. And obviously, of course, with the run game with stability in the field, but this is not good for Surge. Not a good look. Luckily, though, Paris, I think it is sheltered. I'm not sure how much the wind's going to come into play with that big canopy. But you'd think the rain would kind of serve Surge better, given they have a better stable of running backs than Paris. But currently, no. This is a big timeout for some reason. Not sure what's taking them so long with the TV timeout. Usually it's only about 30 seconds, but maybe it just feels like longer because I'm stressing about the OBS and the Wi-Fi situation. I gotta let it go though. Not sure what entirely is transpiring. I need to see that score. Okay, commentator not gonna say the score. The Panthers versus Storm. Last time I checked, it was a blocked field goal at the end of the first half by Khaled. It was a big one for them too. Because they looked like they were going to give up some points in that drive, but didn't. So we can't see even how far they are, but they're literally on their own goal line. They need to sneak this, I think. And maybe you just try and run something, get me a little bit bigger. Yeah, good job that did. Flag did come in, holy shit. If anyone is here and can tell me if the camera's sorted, that'd be much appreciated. If it hasn't sorted, then fuck, I don't know, we might have to just call the stream. Half the distance is a goal, I think they even can. Yeah, if the camera is still having issues, then we'll maybe not watch on stream today. If it's having this much of an issue, I don't want to ruin everyone's weekend with a terrible stream. Please do let me know. Right, they are... Center's feet are literally in his own end zone. They need some breathing room. There we go. Rolling out right. Just a nice simple pass to take it down. It's only a couple of yards, but a very important couple of yards, just they're not so backed up. Mitch Fettig with the tackle. They need to make a hell of a long drive. It's about literally 99 yards. And it's still third down. No, it's still second down and 8. It said third down in the previous thing, but it is second down and 8. Got a couple yards, 3 yards out of that last pass. Gives him a bit of breathing room. Draw play here to Makari, who is up the middle. Physical running back. Goes for about 7 yards. They needed that so much. They needed that an incredible amount. Good play calling though. Good play calling. Just a quick pass out to take it down. And a couple yards on the draw play. Very close. Are they giving it a first, which is interesting. Didn't entirely think that was a first, I won't lie. It's still screwed, man. I don't know what's up with that. I'm going to have to call it then. Maybe try and figure something out with the camera. Shame. Shame. Maybe I just turn the camera off and make this into a podcast. Such a shame that this has been such a problem. It's not even like it's in high quality. I've got the property up. It's in 960 by 540. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I just turn the camera off. And then I put... I mean, I can't play the game in the background, but at least it's a little bit more watchable without the frame skips. So strange though, I don't know why it's choosing to do that. Yeah. I don't want to watch it on the phone now. Kind of takes away from it, doesn't it? It's because it's all connected to my laptop. Maybe, yeah, maybe the laptop's just overheating a little bit, or the cam link's overheating. Yeah, it's definitely something weird, because it's definitely got to be something to do with the camera, right? Because Wi-Fi is fine on the game, which is currently at 3rd and 18. I didn't even see that, but they got back a little bit past the starting line for them. Does not look like it. Maybe I even just do a good old-fashioned turn it on to this one. Maybe I try this out. Let me try this a little bit more. Let me try something real quick. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this bigger. I mean, it's like this. Maybe it'll be a little bit more... It'll be good. But it'll be better than nothing, you know. Some people do enjoy seeing my face on the camera. The purple is just the browser. Again, like the browser's fine. It's just like I've even got the CPU stuff coming up. CPU are at 31%. Around 30 frames per second. Nothing crazy. The CPU, the Wi-Fi is only being taken up by the zone. None of it's being taken up by OBS. So the Wi-Fi is okay. Now, probably wasn't back then. So, oh, yeah. Why is Kintera TS trying to bump him with his chest while his hands up? Couldn't make him look any more obvious. Let's see what Surge got here. Still scoreless after 2.5 quarters. Taking a shot to Geyer for the catch. Great play. Down near the 30. Yeah, you're right. Now the chat's at least here. We got a couple people coming back in after we had the disaster class at the start. Again, many apologies for that. I was pissed that I got that message and filled in. Thought I was going to end stream. Turns out no. But everyone thought you were going to, so. Absolutely completely catch. What's we going to do? We're going to lean back. No, it's definitely a catch. It was definitely a catch. What, they say he didn't maintain possession or he didn't get his feet in bounds? Looks fine to me. I don't see anything wrong with that play, but the commentator seems to be a little bit in doubt, but I thought it was good. There we go, see? Got in. Oh, no, jet sweep around the outside to Daniel Pedro, who stopped for about a loss of 1. Good tackle there by the safety. Stuttgart just so uncharacteristically not firing on offense. I don't know really what's going on. The run game's been okay. I've really got much going with the passing game now. Just screens. I was about to say that. We have not seen Cotton at all. Like, I can't actually recall any Cotton catches. I know you've seen a couple Geyer plays. You've seen one Miranda screen, a few Tomiwa passes, but nothing from Cotton. Maybe he's just being out there as a distraction. I don't know. I don't really agree with that style of... because we saw that a little bit from Munich, because I was sending Tomiwa out as a bit of a distraction. Which I get, but like, wouldn't you rather just have like a good player on the field? I don't think we've seen a single catch from Cotton. Not a single catch. just realised that that was slightly out of frame. Let me just make that a little bit bigger. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. What's Lego Bauer? Now there's another screen. So a lot ton of screens so far from Sturridge. I get it's raining. That's probably why they're trying to get that kick in. Just get the ball in the hands of their really good players because it is raining a lot. But I'm shocked we've seen like nothing from Cotton. 4th and 11 are going to go for it. I definitely understand. I definitely think that's a correct choice. Stepping back, taking a shot to the side, incomplete. No flags on Geyer. Good call. But they're just... Surge, so static. Protection's good. Boast for the most part. It's not a good throw, to be honest. Not a good throw. Players can't get open. It's fucking Paris defense. Jeez. We knew they were good against fire, but this is next level. A hell of a defensive showcase. Like, hell of a defensive showcase. Jesus. I've seen him on the field, but I definitely have not seen him running a route of significance. But he might have exited maybe in the second half. Another draw play by Paris. They can just kind of control the clock here, I think. Do what Hamburg did. He triple teamed. No, they double teamed him. I was like, triple teamed Malumba then. I was like, geez. Shows the respect he has from the offensive line. They get 6 yards out of that draw. That's a good play for them. That time is just going to burn away with this Paris game plan. They've kept the ball on the ground, which is good because it's raining so much. They don't need to be trying to force that ball downfield. They did that at the start of the game. Got what they needed to. And have kept the ball on the ground following. So I think they're going to take the rest of this 3 minutes off. If they get the first down here, of course. But didn't get much out of it, but a couple. That's Kantar for you. That's what he does. It's still lagging. If it's still lagging, that's crazy. Because we're on a fucking webcam right now. Absolutely wild. Still lagging when I'm on a webcam makes me think that it's more so of the laptop issues. Interesting. Did not know that. How does that white pushes too much on the CPU? What, so you think my walls and my stuff like that are going to push the CPU? No, I'm not trying to be a dick. That's a genuine question. I would get a more vibrant background. I mean... there's a lot of white going on. There is a lot of white. I don't know how I can change that. I can't lie, but we've got a bookcase over there in black, but then we've got a white helmet, a little bit of jersey colour in there as well, but again, a white jersey. Tough. Run stuff, that's what I needed. Maybe I'll lower my darkness. Make it a little bit lower. Let's have a look. Let's see what we got. Oh my god. See, that's what he's doing. He's getting everything watery. That's just what he does. He's sneaky. I actually love him. He's really, really good at his job. The French master himself. They're taking nearly all this third quarter off. They're throwing it downfield to Austin, who is drilled for only maybe like 2 or 3 yards. Not really much, but it's better than nothing. I am so surprised that Surge haven't got anything out of this. And I'm kind of pissed that I couldn't watch this game in more detail because of the situations that were happening. But 3rd down and 10. Maybe 2 more plays. Maybe Surge will get it back before the 4th if they can make a stop here. It looks like the rain has calmed down. I can't really see. I'm trying to like gauge a puddle. See if I could see a puddle. It was raining a lot at the start of this drive. This has been a full-on... Started from as deep as you could possibly go. That one's nearly picked by the Surge. Off the fingertips. 4th down. Ton of pressure coming there from the blitz. Gets rid of the ball, but it's just hit the hands of Wentzler, I think. Or Wenzelberger. Gotta catch that one, I think. Unlucky, though. Paris at the 50. They're going to punt this one away. 4th and 10 o'clock is still going. I don't really know why, but there we go. Maybe just a little bit of runoff. Great punt. That's like a multiple great punts we've seen from Remy. Remy's an all-star punter, I'm pretty sure, so that makes sense, but like, geez. Alright, Surge. It's not now or never yet, but it's kind of like we need to see something, at least something. They got all the way down the field last time and then just stalled out. And this is a long drive they've got to go on this one. 14 seconds after the 3rd, so we'll probably see one run play, maybe a screen, it depends if it's completed, before we go into the 4th and switch fields. Let's see what they got. There we go, they're going to pass it. It's not a screen now. He has just checked it down to Tommy Wu, gets about 9 yards out, so a good play. I'll take us into the 4th quarter. I don't want to say boring, but a bit of a weird game. Just kind of all round for everyone watching and for everyone participating. A 1-score game, 6 points. The only thing that we've seen so far in terms of scoring was that Remy Bertolon catch and then a missed PAT. So it's still 6 points. So if they could get a touchdown and a PAT and they'll be winning going into the 4th, would be, or potentially maybe midway through the 4th. We need to see from that puddle in the background, see if it's still raining too, because if it is, then we know they're going to have to run the ball a ton. But look at that. So match statistics after the 3rd quarter. 62 rushing yards for the Surge, 55 for Paris, 134 passing yards compared to 72 for Paris. Total yards of 196 for the Surge and 127 for the Musketeers. A lot of those passing yards have been off screens though. So, whether or not that's like a stat, I'm not going to take too much weight into that because I do think a lot of it came off of those screens. I don't think they've had a lot forced downfield. Maybe 1 or 2, but now that I think about it, you can say the same thing about Paris. I think one of their plays went for like 30, 40 yards. So passing-wise, it's been pretty awful. Speaking of long drive, I was worried about the bus ride. Might slow the boys down a bit. They rode the bus from... That's a long one. Yeah, I mean, shit. If they did take the bus from Stuttgart to Paris... I can see how that would take a toll. I keep yawning because I'm like annoyed about how the stream was gone. Like, if they took a bus ride, you could definitely see how slow they've been. I know that Nordic took the plane to Wrocław. I know that Madrid have to take the plane basically everywhere because you don't want to drive from Madrid anywhere else in the ELF. But I'm going to have an Oreo because I'm still sad that today's camera issues and Wi-Fi issues and commentary issues, and the only thing we don't have so far is a DAZN issue, so I'm waiting for that to happen. I don't mind defensive games either, but like, we knew that this was going to be quite a defensive showcase because it's Jack Del Rio, who was a great defensive coach, Jordan Newman, also a great defensive coach. but nothing at all is kind of wild. Yeah, it definitely is a football chess match. But I just want to see them kind of make a play. Hmm? Hmm. Solid run, taken back by a flag. We saw earlier with the surge, they had that like 3rd and goal from like the 20 something because they couldn't stop getting in the flags. Yeah. 10 to 16, 10 o'clock. Oh my god, that's crazy. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I mean, first of all, energy wise, you know, your legs are going to be tired after that. Traveling takes it out of you. Secondly, their diet's going to be like fucked because they might have had breakfast, but I guarantee at least one of them didn't. And then dinner, you're going to have like gas station food or like maybe not the best stuff. Getting at 6, you're going to be dead. You probably don't eat as well. Tommy work. Popped! Oh, that could have been a play. That was close. Yeah, that's a brutal bus ride. I think the longest bus ride I've ever done was from the Bristol... No, it wasn't. It was from London to... probably the Netherlands. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the name of it. Literally where we played in the Netherlands, in the south of the Netherlands. Can't believe it. Arnhem. There we go. Arnhem. So from like London to Arnhem, that was a long one. I think that was about the same, like 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. But like, geez, still got to Paris. That's a wild one. It's Riley again. Pressure. Gonna let it fly too far. They're really going through a year well, but I haven't given a chance. I haven't seen Cotton again, like you said. I haven't seen him at all in the last like 2 quarters. Nothing from him so far. Garrett's had a few targets, but nothing crazy. Like, he hasn't been able to create a ton of separation, if I'm going to be honest. That's another punt at 4th and 10. They didn't even get a yard out of it because of the holding penalty. There's the punt. If Paris are able to score, this is a short field. This is only 40 yards, 40-yard yards. How the hell? Yeah, that's kind of mad. Even still, though, they could be knackered. I think you're right, though. I think that's a big part of this. Now the receivers, I don't think I've seen a receiver catch more than 3 balls. Let me have a look, see if I can get the live stats up. Hope it doesn't brick the phone too much. Or the Wi-Fi, or whatever's going on. So, play-by-play box score. So, receiver-wise, we've had Tomowa's got 6 catches. Tomowa's actually had a good game. He's got 6 catches for 89 yards, no screens. And then Guy's got 40 yards on 5 catches. And then Miranda's got 2 catches for 24 yards, so nothing crazy going here. Cotton's got nothing. Pedro's got nothing. And Lidegaard has got nothing either. And then on the Paris front, receiving, we have Mitchell has 3 catches for 63 yards, including that big one over the middle at the end of the... was it the end of the first quarter? Yes, it was. Remy's got 1 catch, which was a touchdown. Again, LaRose, Tegadam, Macari, just 1 catch each for a couple yards. But Cantor's got 11 carries. Macari's got 11 carries. Volumbo's got 4 carries. But none of them are averaging very good numbers. Now, the offense have been, both of them have been stagnant. Which... they should take a lot of, like, Paris should take a lot of pride in that one. I think do Paris play the Galaxy this year? If they do, that's going to be a hell of a game. Oh, Jalen is sacked again. Surprise, surprise. The offensive line for Paris is not good. Zistler. Look at that, just muscle his way through. Nicely done by the big man. They needed that. They really, really needed that. Paris Musketeers. And only got the fourth, because there's been a lot of runs here. So still 12.5 minutes, second and 19. There's another run, goes for maybe a yard. This is a difficult game to really discuss. Because nothing has really happened. It's not like we've had a ton of turnovers or what if plays. There's been a lot of running for 1 or 2 yards and not a ton of action from either team. Here's a pass by Jalen, goes to the sideline, caught by Austin Mitchell for a handful. Maybe field goal range, maybe field goal range. If they get a field goal out of this, they go 9 up, that's a big deal. That'll be a huge deal if they can get up to 9 points up. Oh, they're going to stay out? They're staying out on 4th and 7. Interesting. I'm not sure what the call is there. They mustn't feel like it's field goal range. They're going to go for it anyway. It's incomplete. I don't know. They mustn't have a kicker. Dupont may be injured. They didn't trust him with a kick. Maybe it's really windy, really wet. I personally probably would have tried to kick something. Damn. Okay, well. Surge back out. Kind of saved by that. Didn't take a ton of time off the field. Let's see what they can do, Zan. We've not seen him do anything, really. You got a bit more of a comfortable position now, at least. Silver liners. There's another run by Kai. 0 yards. Flag. Probably a half yard, even if that. I am shocked by how stagnant the surge had been. I can't remember the last time they really had like a big gain. And another holding, that's another foul on the surge line. That's a few surge holdings we've had over the last few drives. That pushes them back another few yards. Damn, so he looks like he's probably out then. I mean, if the Surge want a receiver, they should go after Carlos Hill. Like, oh my god. If Cotton is hurt, we were talking to Carlos Hill yesterday. He is free. That would be one hell of a move. Another run up the middle. Looks like it's sunnier now. It looks a little less rainy. Yeah, if Cotton is hurt, then go after. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful blue skies. But it's still raining. You can see the puddles are still raining. Blue skies. You can't get more European than that. Now for now on a run by Kai Hunter. There's a pass by Riley on 2nd and 18. Forcing it over the middle of the field. Incomplete. It's tough. It's been a really tough showing. I actually am astonished by how well the Paris defense has been covering everyone. I don't think they've allowed an inch of space. 3rd and 18 now. Absolutely nothing from the Surge over the last few drives. Actually, to be fair, absolutely nothing for them overall in this game. Another pass, of course. 3rd and 18. He finds a short pass for maybe 4 yards. Can't be much more than that to Albert. That'll take us down under 10 minutes now of the game. With Paris on the ball. Kilani with a great tackle. Yeah, wow. Paris need to make the most of this opportunity. They literally have Serge like down and nearly out. They just need to score. Any score will do, because then it'll put them up to 2 possessions. I do not think the Surge are going to be able to get 2 scores. He touched that. I don't think the Surge currently are able to get 2 scores. We don't even get 1. We're in the 4th quarter. They've got no scores. Oh, that was close. A good job that went out of bounds. Good play there by Austin. Just slipped and it got touched, but unfortunate, but he's fine. Good job the way that he touched it wasn't in the middle of the field, otherwise he would have been fucked. That would have been a lifeline for the Surge though. You can kind of see maybe it's still raining a little bit, but very blue skies. So maybe there's still just a little bit more in the air. Do love the commentator. Oh my goodness. Surge, we got a lot to talk about. Me and Nick, we cut it up. I don't think I'll be actually able to do a Year Left Live on Friday. I'll be able to do a Year Left Live on a Monday, but Friday I got my fucking master's stuff. Which is frustrating. Literally taken away from my work now, so annoying. But presentation on the 30th. Not even a presentation, the discussion on the 30th. We'll see how that goes. And then once I've done the presentation, I got to do the research. Write about the research that I find. Then once that's done, submit that. See if I got to do a couple retakes, which I think I do on some of my earlier assessments. And then once that's out of the way, I am done. I am never going back to university ever again. I did 1 year of university, and that was enough for me. Some people do 10 years of university. I didn't think I could handle that. Paris taking the time to come out to the line. This would be a huge win if they could get signed, if they could nick this off the Surge. And then we have a look when this one is over. We got the Raiders game. We got Raiders versus Helvetic and Berlin versus Munich. I'll watch Helvetic and Raiders. I think that'll be a better one. There's the run by the Paris Musketeers. Expect to see a lot of that this drive. That one starts at 4:30, so we've got a couple hours. What I will do when this game finishes, I'll end stream, restart stream. Hopefully then it'll give a chance for everything to cool down. Because this game's been quick. Oh, that's CET though, isn't it? Not actually, yeah, we might as well just stay on then, because that's CET. So it's in 1 hour. We still got 9 minutes left. Second and 7. They're going to want to take everything off of this. There we go. Great run. That's what they needed. That's what they needed. It would be. It would be, but they need to first of all get the ball off Paris, which they've been good at doing so far. But they need to do it again. And then they need to score, which has been a big problem for them. 8.5 minutes. This is a stark contrast to last night's game. Couldn't be more different, I don't think. We had an absolute firefight in one game. This one just being maybe an ice fight, 2 ice cold offenses, but 2 good defenses. Nice pass, incomplete though over the middle. Stops the clock. It's a good thing for them. Hugo take it down with a forced play by Ben Wenster. Good player. I like Wenster. Underrated corner. 2nd and 10. Have not seen him give many receiving options, if really any, since the first. You know, they pushed the ball a little bit downfield in the first with the touchdown and with the big play to Hugo with Austin. It's another sack. Henderson does hold on the ball too long. Definitely something you can tell from the tape with his early GFL, well, not early, with his GFL days. He does hold on to the ball too long. That's definitely an example of it as well. 2nd and 12. The only positive out of that play is that it keeps the clock running for another 20-30 seconds. Gives him a better chance at maybe burning off some more of the clock. They're just about the halfway line as well, so definitely not enough field goal range. This 2nd and 12. It's another sack. Oh my gosh. Wow. The Cybert with the sack this time. This is another bad performance by the Paris offensive line. I don't know how many sacks has been in this game, but it's got to be at least 6. Maybe 5 or 6. Might even be more. Nevertheless, again, the silver lining is it takes a little bit more time off. There comes a punt, which is up, and a good one by the looks of it. Yep, look at that roll. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Almost perfect, but a great punt. So Surge, with plenty of time left, have got to go the entire field. 95 yards. If they can do this, it'll be one of the best drives in ELF history. If they can't, it'll be one of the worst offensive performances probably of the season. Like, of course, it's a really tough game to play against Paris, but they just haven't moved anything. Not for a long time, anyway. Cotton's out as well, which is a big deal, but... for real. Oh, that's always going to happen. Oh! Nearly an interception off the hands of Geyer. And I think tipped by... Yeah, that's a good word to use by the commentator. Sluggish, I think, from the Surge. Yeah, not a great throw by Riley. Not a great throw by Riley. My goodness. What a fascinating performance. Like, how they could be so dominant against the Galaxy. And they come out in this game and they don't look good. And then the Galaxy look pretty sad against the Surge, you know, except for that 4th quarter rally. Oh my god, now they get into their games. And then Surge look... then Galaxy look phenomenal offensively. Get like 600 yards of offense on a Madrid team that also looked better offensively, bad defensively, compared to the week previously when they looked terrible on offense against a Hamburg team that just won without a quarterback. Safety was so close there by Albert, but he's managed to make a good play out of it, but holy, that was close. That was really close. Ballsy. Very ballsy by Stuttgart to run the jet. Oh my goodness, a jet inside your own end zone. That is ballsy. It worked. Like, it worked really well for him. Got about 8 yards out of it. But oh my goodness. 3rd and 5. 5.5 minutes, 2 timeouts. They kind of need to be thinking first down here. If not, you want to take those 3 or 4 yards, maybe go for a sneaker sign, but they failed on a couple of their sneaks already in this game, so I think they want to do that. Miranda dropped. Do they go for this? Do they go for this? I don't know. They're going to punt. Probably the better call. We don't want to go for it and lose the game, rather than try and get a defensive stop. A good decision to punt, but also really not what you want. The best case scenario is here, your defense gets to stop, you get the ball a little bit further up than your own 12. That's really the only thing you can hope for this. Other than like a really good defensive play or some kind of fumble or some kind of pick. To be fair, we haven't actually seen, not sure if we saw a flag there or not, but we actually have not seen a ton of flags in this game. We had a delay game, but nothing crazy. No, it's not a flag. I don't know what the fuck he threw on the floor, but nevertheless. Oh. It was a flag for a holding. So Maxie just messaged me about the bloody jet in their own end zone. Alright. Paris. Again, same situation as last time. If they score here, you could basically wrap it up. But they've been bad offensively. They have not been able to perform. Yeah, it's all about the defense here. Surge defense has been excellent. Don't want to take anything away from them. Oh, big run at the middle. They just need to keep running. I think Paris, even if you don't get the first down, you need to give the Surge back the ball. I'm going to do that. I think so. I'm going to let my defense beat them because just run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. You know, say you don't get first, you leave 2 minutes, 3 minutes left on the clock. I trust my Paris defense to make the stop here, which is crazy to say that Surge just haven't done anything offensively. So much so that I'm like, just give them back the ball, you'll be fine. But another run here expected on 2nd and 1. I do not want them to pass this ball unless it's like a really short, just instant completion. Go down, take it down. Wow. That was kind of mad. I was like, go down, take it down. And he ended up getting like another 15 yards out of it. That's insane. Little rugby maul. That's a big gain. Big gain. Gets them under 4 minutes. Just a slant. They tried ripping the ball out, you could tell, but then the offensive line get involved. They just got all the mass. Beautiful there by Paris. Beautifully done. Honestly, at this point, valid. Very, very valid. Another run. Stopped this time, but clock keeps moving. Run for about -1, but again, it doesn't matter if they go for -1 because they, or maybe 0 that they've called it on the second and 10, but they just keep burning the clock. And that's the most important thing, because Surge are going to have to go a hell of a long way, even if they are able to make a stop. Paris could just kick a field goal. If I'm Paris, I'm definitely just going for the field goal. I don't care if I have like a 4th and 1 or something. I think you just kind of got to take the points. Run it. Oh. Did they go to that game? Cool timeout, but it looked like it was going to be delayed game there anyway. You got close. First time out for Paris. What do you do here? Like I said, I'm just running that rock. I am making the Surge beat me with their defense. If they get to stop, I'm up 6. I'm either kicking the field goal or I'm like maybe just trying to pin them up. If it's like 4th and 1 or 4th and 2 on like the 1 yard line, 2 yard line, I'm going for it. If I fail, they've got to go 98 yards. So they're not far away from that. They are not far away from that at all. Let's see what they got. 2 minutes 51 seconds. 2 timeouts by the Surge, including a 2-minute warning, and 2 timeouts for Paris as well. Are they going to be able to get anything out of it? Roland Makari at the middle, nothing. Which means my predictions so far, I'm not going to lie, have been terrible. I've had a really bad week in terms of predictions. Let me have a quick look at... Okay, so Nordic is slapping the Panthers. That makes sense. Up by 34-14. We thought that would be the case. David's done nothing. Oh my gosh. 3 yards per David. It's a good job I switched him out for Kari. Kari did nothing for me anyway because he got hurt. But that's kind of unfortunate. I got Darryl Stewart in there and he's got 6 catches but no touchdowns. Oh, David got a receiving touchdown. That's good for him. There we are. 3rd and 9. They run the ball. Take it into 2-minute warning. They've burned that free timeout now for the Surge. How's Jadrian doing? 4 touchdowns for Jadrian. Kennedy Chahing, I told you this guy was a baller. He's got nearly 100 yards. Badiou's done really, really well. Yeah, it's just a killing. Don't play with Jay, man. Do not play with Jay. I don't know how anyone picks the Panthers to win that game. I can't lie. No disrespect to the Panthers, but that DB core was going to struggle against Jay a lot. Right, here we go. Someone just talking to me about Schultz from yesterday's game. Glad to see he's doing well. All right. Last drive now, really, for the Surge, if they want to get anything out of this. Final predictions. I'm going to say the Surge do not get anything out of this. We are going to see the win by the Paris Musketeers. And Matt's predictions for the week go 2 and 3. Which would be a bit of a disaster, I can't lie. That would not be good for me. Some people would be calling for my job if that was the case. I'm not worried about that though. No one knows players in the league like me. Mm-mm. 4th and 7. They're kicking a field goal. This is it. If they miss this, then Surge have a chance. If they make this, then Surge are done. He can definitely score from here. You'd expect him to be able to score from here, I can't lie. It's like a 20-something yarder, man. You got to expect him to score this. Here we go. The kick, probably one of the biggest kicks in Paris history. I think he missed the ones in the semi-final. Let's go to point. See what you got. Kick is blocked. Oh, kick is blocked. Oh my gosh. Oh, that could be it. Oh, let's see. That could be a big momentum change. The defense for the Surge is outstanding. So, special teams. Raheem will. No, I can't see who got the block clearly, but big play. Surge need a big drive here. Make me look better, Surge, because I needed to win this game. Because I predicted Prague to win yesterday, and I predicted Madrid to win yesterday too. So I kind of need a break here, Surge, if you wouldn't mind. I got a lot of riding on this one. We need it. I mean, I don't mind, to be fair. I did say that no team's going to be undefeated this year, so it'd be good if Paris do get a win. It'd definitely shake up the league. I imagine Paris lose 2 games by 1 point. That'd be insane. Here's Riley. He slips! Oh, that rain. Oh, that rain might be a big one. What happened there? Just both feet slipped under with the wetness on the floor. This is big. Clock keeps moving. That's a sack essentially. They've just called a quick play. Riley's running out, running around. Flags are going. Ball's incomplete, but there are flags. Maybe for holding though. If it's holding, then you would think they'd be done, right? Maybe illegal use of the hands. We got a face mask off, maybe. There is flags. I don't know what they're for. I was more focused on oh, Pedro's down, I think. Not good, but time for them to think about maybe decisions of what they're going to do. But you now got Pedro and Cotton out, so that's 2 receivers now. Not good. Okay, they charged him for the timeout. Makes sense. Right, this is huge. There's no flag on the play, which helps, but it's an incomplete pass. It's still 3rd down at 14. Ooh. Moving to the other hash. They got 2 shots here at the 3rd down and 14. 1 minute 22 left. They just blocked a field goal. Do they have it in them? Does Riley have it in him? It's going deep. To Geyer. Incomplete. One more shot. One more shot. Oh my gosh. This is it. This is their one shot. If they don't make this, they're done. They're finished for the game. They've lost it. Great coverage there by Jamal Liggins. Jay Lings. 4th, I'm actually nervous. 4th and 14. 1 minute 15. I know Marcus has got his fucking prayer beads out. Here it goes. Steps back. Steps up in the pocket. Pressure. Throws. Complete! 1st down for the Surge. This is huge. Great play by Riley. Way to step up. Great catch by the receiver. Great way to find yourself open. He's now winded, I think, but he did a good job of getting off the field before he slipped there on the ground, but he managed to make it up for it. He got banged, but I think he just about got banged outside of the yeah, he's down, but he is down on the Surge sideline, which is good for them. Oh, Riley to Geyer's blasted. Oh, now Geyer's hurt. Oh my god. Well, maybe he's not. He's a little bit ginger to get up. My goodness. Yeah, Geyer's dropped a few balls today. I won't lie. What a game. In a weird way. Oh. Killer. Absolute killer. Way too many red flags early this year. Attendance money marketing. Marketing's been perfect. Marketing's been really, really good. Attendance depends on where you look, but it's generally been pretty good. We've had record-breaking attendance in a few different places, man. But the market is always spectacular. I don't think anyone can ever question the market at the ELF. My gosh. But also, I agree with that second point that Paris do need to move down to Stade Bar or whatever. I do agree with that. It's rallied, shot down to the sideline, no one there. Yeah, they do need a more city-centric location. I don't think anyone's going to deny that, but the football is as good as it's ever been. Better than it's ever been. Again, we've got to stop thinking so much about the negatives. We've got to start thinking about the positives. The football this year is so much better than it's ever been. Everyone was saying there was too many blowouts last year, and now we're in a one-possession game in the fourth. We had a fucking barn burner yesterday. Hamburg-Prague was one possession for a long time. Like, we got to stop focusing on the negatives so much. 2nd and 20. Flags. Instant flags. Guy with the... Oh my god, if it's another holding already, that'd be insane. That was an instant flag. Let's have a look, see what the ref say. That was an instant flag, like that came out immediately. See what we got. Something, surely. Maybe. Oh, big. They're down, got a bound, I think, so that's good, but good for them. A game like this is also going to draw in more fans. I think the first week is a good fan base for Paris, where they saw a close game that they lost. I expected more fans today. I'll give you that for sure. Riley with a check down out to Albert, I think. Ooh, close, but no cigar in the first. Oh my goodness. Paris FC moving up to Liga. Really did them no favours. Yeah, you're right. That's a fair point. I didn't even consider that. Stuff like that, you just can't really play around. It would be better if they were in a stadium downtown, but stadium rent is so expensive. They just snuck it on 4th and 1. I didn't even see it. The camera didn't actually show it, but... Didn't actually oh, they called it. Okay. I was going to say, I didn't even see the 4th down and 1 because... Alright, Paris called the timeout. They iced it. Very good decision for them. Oh my god, now I'm getting lag spikes. Now is not the time, Wi-Fi. We've had too many issues throughout the day. Not now. Please, not now. It's potentially the last play of the game. The Red Company are fired up. Fourth and 1 for all the marbles. They've actually stopped the sneak a couple of times in this game. Riley's a big guy though. He got it. He got it. Oh. Hello, 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 hello. Brilliant. Amazing echo. Love that. From me or for the commentary? If it's from the commentary, I'll just turn that down a little bit. But if it's from my mic, fucking hell. Love how my mouse has now also died. Let's try that again. I'll turn down the... Yeah, there we go. Should be a little bit better now. Hopefully no echo on the sound. We've had so many technical issues in this stream. It's been unbelievable. Yeah, terrible day for Mother's Day. What a shame. At least the sun's out now. It was raining earlier. We've seen that effect. Kind of, though, the weather's been kind of a blessing for them. Seen a few Surge players slip. Maybe. Maybe. It's probably me, though. 23 seconds. They gotta go 50 yards, basically. With no timeouts, it's just a couple shots now to the end zone. I did say there'd be a game-winning Hail Mary on my top 100 predictions. Nice. Way that. Perfect. Nicely done by Miranda. Good job to catch the ball and get out of bounds. Good stuff. I did say I don't mean to get too hyped up now. I don't want to get too hyped up, but I did say there'd be a game-winning Hail Mary this season. If Surge would like to do that, that would be fun. I'd like that. 17. They did get a bounce, but I don't know what the thing is. Shot sideline incomplete. Overthrew Miranda. Third down. I think it's that picking up on this. That's why I've got this so far away, and I've turned down the turn that down a little bit, so it shouldn't pick up any of that now. Okay. There's still 2 shots hypothetically at the end zone here. Get it out! They're done. They're done. They are done. Flags? I think he was in front of the line. I don't think he was behind the line. I think that's done. Give us a call, ref. Need to turn this back up for this. I think they've done it. I think Paris have beaten them and clean sheeted them too. Boo! Well, the Paris Musketeers have beaten the Stuttgart Surge. Wow, wow, wow. That's big. Not only for them, for the league also. We were talking about that earlier. Like, it's good for them not to be a dominant team. And now everyone who was like, oh, those people that said there's six dominant teams, you lied to us. No, the fuck we didn't. No, the fuck we didn't. That's just how competitive it is this year. My goodness. The first win. Apparently people sent the zones down. So strange. So it seems like everyone's having technical issues at the same time. I'm also going to check I don't have the zone open 2 times, which I do not. No, don't have the zone open 2 times. That would be quite stupid if I did, but I do not. Wow, so Paris Musketeers 6, Stuttgart 0. Wow, that's incredible, honestly. What a weird game. Weird game. Honestly, that was strange. Jaden gets the win. Doesn't matter about stats sometimes. You get the win. It was a heavy run game. There's Pedro and Jaden. Obviously, they played with each other. Kantar played with those Sturge guys. So, yeah, me neither. I'm like I think I'm 2 and 3 for this week's predictions. I know some people are going to be like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Obviously, I know what I'm talking about. But it just seems like this league, man, honestly, if people were saying about it, like, not being as competitive, like, brother, that's an insane take. Like, these games this year have been spectacular. Yeah, oh, yeah. I mean, chat's, I think, working. Unless it's me, unless it's not coming up, but I think it was fine. I don't know. What's going on in Paris and Stuttgart? Oh, Nick's asking. Paris 6, Stuttgart 0. Amazing. Fine, full time. Unbelievable. I hate to be the guy to break in that news. Not fun. Dunzo. Jesus. Right, let's jump into Panthers. We'll have a look. Right, we got a lot to talk about on live. I think Nordic winning. What's the score with Nordic? The final score is 40-21. There we go. So they beat the brakes off of them. Jay got how many stats? 5 touchdowns, 304 yards for Jadrian. Awesome. Love to see that for my fantasy points. I needed that because we did not have a very good week. D Giants 119 on the ground. That's pretty incredible. I think the chat was fine though. Maybe I'm missing something, but I'm pretty sure chat was okay. Yeah, I mean it's all good. I think it's all good. Yeah, that's all fine. Yeah, it's just been a bit of a bum stream, I can't lie, with all the stuff at the start, connection issues. It's been a really bad one today, I can't lie. Not been good. To be fair, I'm still having major issues, so I might just call this one even here, to be honest. And not stream the second, because I don't think I can get the connection. I'm having bad, like, I've turned everything off, and for me it's still lagging, like, a lot on this screen. So I just might have to watch the second game on my own, no stream. Sorry, everyone. I don't think many people are even here to watch it, but a lot of people having their own issues. I'm having issues with everything. Camera, Wi-Fi, OBS. So I think I'm